Hey, thanks for coming and hanging out with me today, lords and ladies, and welcome back to the channel. This is episode 12 of my CK3 campaign, Dutch's Legacy. Dutch is getting wrinkly now. Our starting character, we've gotten 12 episodes into this series, and I'm still alive as Dutch, which is pretty surprising. We've had, a pretty, I mean, actually, maybe I've been playing a little bit more slowly because I've been reading a lot, so that might be why it's taking so many episodes to get through our first character. But we are nearing the end of his life. Last episode we got the infirm trait, which is just going to accelerate our destination, which is ultimately going to be the grave. The game says we're feeling fine, and I did mention I wanted to finish the whole of Body Tree, but at the same time I was considering between the episodes, maybe I don't need to extend my life too much. I only need 5 more years for my my future heir, my son Dutch Jr., to be 16, which is ideally when I would like to take control of him. Like the start of adulthood is really the best time to take control. Now the question is, do I need to extend my life by going down the whole body tree and getting healthy? Because this is what I was going for. Healthy and then whole of body itself at the end gives you a boost. That might actually boost me a little bit too much, because last episode I mentioned that we are going to leave India. Dutch Jr. is going to head back to our homeland in Holland, and we're going to try to land ourselves here, and then hopefully create the Kingdom of Frisia, or Frisia, however you want to say it. So we are going to make our way back to Europe. I wanted to get a little closer to Catholicism, too, because I want to stay Catholic, and I would really like the ability to go on pilgrimages. And there are no holy sites over here, obviously, for Catholicism. So we want to get out of India, but I was thinking to myself, if I get out of India now, I'm going to miss out on all of the locations that my son hasn't been to yet. So if I hunker down in India and we just wait for our for Dutch Senior to die, we can use our son to make the return trip, and he can benefit from getting all of these, you know? And my son is starting with a significant advantage over when I started with Dutch, because I started with Dutch at 20, obviously, yeah, obviously. And my son has better traits. He got not just congenital traits that are better, but he got some extra traits that I didn't start with and when we began the campaign, like Pilgrim and some other things. He's a veteran. He's already a level 2 wanderer. So he really has a leg up on his dad. And then we should be able to make the trip back faster because I have all of my buildings and my camp set up. So I think a return trip is going to be really good for us. We are going to hang out in India, though. I need to get at least 1,000 prestige so I can designate my son. I need 1,000. And I got a little overzealous last episode in spending prestige. So we're going to start this episode by doing a mission right here. It's a 2-star legal intrigue contract. I'll get some prestige out of it. Money is not a concern for me. I would actually like to start saving up money for my son, so my son can start his rule, an already pretty wealthy guy. So let's begin our... We did get a new wife last episode. I just said episode. We got a new wife last episode. And she's already ailing. Of course she is. We learned that this woman is a deviant. Alright, that was an easy contract. Give me another one of those, please. And there goes Reverend Swanson. I predicted last episode that he was going to die pretty much at the start of this one, and I was right. I already have a personal physician lined up, Javier Escuela. Let's get him going. He would be a good priest, too. Which is kind of funny, because I just recently converted him to Catholicism. He'll fill the role until I find somebody better, then we'll replace him. So he basically took Reverend Swanson's position. He's doing everything that Reverend Swanson was doing. Alright. I want to keep looking for fair subject rescues, because I need to get wives for my sons. Here's another legal intrigue contract. No prestige rewards. That's the one downside to criminal contracts. They're really good for money, but they're not so good for the other things, like prestige and piety and stuff. We won't leave India, but let's move to a different spot. There's an escort mission for 270 prestige if I do it well. And a decent amount of money, too. I want to see where we're traveling to. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Next time we get one of those missions to do a travel thing, I need to read it more carefully and see if they actually tell you what the destination is. Because I don't believe they tell you that. It would be really nice to know, like, where I have to go. Maybe I'm just an idiot and I just don't pay attention. A lonely child. Let's give him some food. Ooh, get some piety too. I'll take it. We're almost halfway to becoming exalted among men. And I just got sick. Did that push me over the threshold? No, I'm still feeling fine. Let's test our new doctor. A little brighter. A figure stumbles into my camp, dirty and tired, clearly in need of a square meal. His name is Jaya. Definitely not bringing him in. Nope. Skipping that option. We can rob him. And get a half-decent trinket. Yeah. we have to be criminals. There we go, 787. I was a little concerned that, we wouldn't be able to get enough prestige for me to designate my heir. I was afraid I was going to die, and I really don't like that we just got sick. I think the game is trying to tell me something. The game is trying to tell me, you better move your ass and get what you need to get done. Done. Here's another 2-star. No prestige reward, though. Let's keep in mind, I am doing legal contracts, so I'm accruing patrons that I can use hooks on. Let's check this guy's court. Please let there be a good woman or something, or a good husband for one of my kids. Nothing. Oh, this is gonna cost me prestige. Good thing I noticed that. We're not doing it. This is a pretty minor prestige reward, but I'll take what I can get. Alright, I got a comment that somebody auto-invite agents. Okay. Oh, there we go. Alright, thank you, commenter. In one of my last episodes. I'm just hoping that it auto-assigns the people that I wanted it to assign. And yeah, that seems like it's fine. So thank you, commenter, again. I forget your name, but I appreciate that. That'll save me time from having to... I don't know, there was something about choosing everybody myself. I don't know, I liked it, I guess. Like, but we'll do this in the future, just to make things faster. So, I appreciate that. What does my son want to be? This is his final personality trait. He wants to be deceitful. I suppose this was inevitable. that he was going to get at least one of my personality traits. And since the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, we'll give him Deceitful. I think Vengeful is a little bit more penalizing. A Prowess +2, he will get more Dread. We're going to get a Sinful to Catholics modifier no matter what. Intrigue +4 if you're a liar, but it will negatively affect his diplomacy skill, and that's the kind of education I'm giving him. Hostile scheme success versus rivals. Unlocks the study of art scheming decision. It's still the -2 diplomacy. If he's going to get a negative personality trait, since I don't want him to get any secrets before I can take control of him, maybe I shouldn't be extending my life. If he's going to get one of these traits, because if I live too long and the AI allows him, or if the AI is in control of him for an extended period of time, he might get secrets, whereas if I'm in control of him, I can avoid doing the things that the AI would stupidly do. So maybe Vengeful would be better. It's going to cause me to stress out a little bit, though. Whatever. Alright, so I hope that makes sense. That Dread gain +15 is a nice little cherry on top, whereas I don't get that with this. I'm getting Vengeful. Alright, good for you, Dutch. You're still working hard, even though you got the sniffles. Alright, so we're almost to 1,000. Fight corruption. I wanted to see if this mission would reduce any of my wanted levels. It's not going to. You'd think fighting corruption would reduce some kind of gallows bait trait. I'll take it. I'm kind of settling for contracts right now. No matter if I do a regular success or an exceptional one, the prestige gain is still the same. This guy's chancellor visits my encampment for the day. As soon as we are left alone, he begins muttering. It's embarrassing to admit, but I need your help dealing with the disobedient peasants of Lujarava. They flout their Raja's authority. I can't keep them in control. They beat and humiliate anyone I send, daring me to come in full force. Their conduct is a black mark. So I have to deal with peasants. This is not me, like, fighting powerful corruption. I'm fighting the peasants. I'm not taking my camp with me. Let's just head over there. Or let's teach some peasants a lesson. Silence your people or die, peasant. When we arrive at Lujarava, I am quick to round up the worst of the rabble-rousers and demand they explain themselves. Rahap, a peasant of some reputation, which is and the complete opposite in terms, speaks for the rest. It is our place to be ruled over, but he does so unjustly. With chaos rife in the land, while we can hardly hold on to what's ours, still he drives us to labor for him like workhorses. We toil without any promise of safety from war, maladies, and the like. What kind of government type do you have? If your government type here in India was feudal, I would understand, but I don't think they have a feudal system here. Where is the filter I'm looking for? This one. It is feudal in India. Okay. So yeah, that is the Lord's job. The Lord's job is to... But I'm trying to do this... I'm doing the contract for this guy, not for the peasants. When the clamorous ordeal of bending each peasant's leader to my will is complete, we take once more to the road. This guy speaks of our destination. We shall go to Kiz, for better or worse. The local mobs are of grave concern. I can't keep them... Alright, yeah, you're just not a good ruler, is what I'm learning, essentially. This guy sucks at his job. Let's try it again. I could have ended the contract. But he wants me to keep going here. Ooh, I need that prestige. Thank you very much. I'll take it. I'm still gonna wait for the Know Thyself warning from the game to designate my heir, but I won't spend over 1,000, so I won't let myself go under 1,000 prestige anymore. We'll be careful of that. My daughter, who is not married to anybody, just had a child out of wedlock. She had a daughter that's doesn't have any traits. Wow, she wasted no time. This is my fault, partially, because I still haven't gotten my daughters married. My eldest daughter's 27 and is husbandless. Alright, daughters, I promise I'll try to find you somebody. Alright, I'm not gonna, like, penalize my daughter or anything. We can name her after her. Like I said, this is partially my fault. I just haven't come across any super impressive gentlemen. I give an inspiring speech that's very Dutch-like. Me and my eldest son are getting along. Let's grow closer to becoming his friend, because he's gonna hate us after we tell him the bad news that he's not gonna be my heir. So let's try to become his friend. I'll give him 15 gold. That's nothing. It's pennies. Okay, I'm not doing a third place. I'm not doing a third place. I'm done. Oh, we got 2 hooks. We got hooks on 2 separate people. Alright, so we're set for prestige. And I'm still not getting better. My attention's on my kids now. I'm gonna start trying to find... I'm ramping up my search for rescue fair subject contracts. So I can get my sons and daughters married off. We're gonna keep looking. We're just gonna travel around India. You know? I have the prestige for it. And I'm just waiting to die at this point. So let's move along. The high altitude and the brisk air of Medapata has a very refreshing quality as we traverse the local hill fort. The soldiers in the valley below appear to be practicing some rare type of training technique I haven't seen before. I'm moving closer, failing to restrain my curiosity. This guy wants to... I can join him and gain a trait. I gain reckless. Oh no, rough terrain expert. Let's give that to my son. Okay. So the second I get better, the herd, our pack animals get sick. Disease spreads through the herd. Sickened herd for 10 years. Damn it. And I just immediately made that prestige back by telling my wife that my culture is better. Am I building anything? I'm not. Oh, my youngest son is with me. He's coming to the bars with his dad. These guys are pretty much identical. They are identical. It's just these personality traits are swapped. And their skills are different. If only they had a congenital trait. Okay, you know what? No, they're not well-rounded enough. But would I use them for anything? Yeah, I want to... They need to serve some purpose. They can't just... If they don't have congenital traits, then they need to bring something else to the table, aside from, like, a decent personality. They need skills. I'm not marrying my daughters off to just anybody. Like, alright. By the way, guys, YouTube didn't give me a hard time with the nudity stuff, so that's something to be happy about. Eyes in the shadows. A clever observer is needed. Somebody wants to keep an eye on their neighbors and their deeds. She's merely curious. It's illegal. Do I get prestige? I do. Sure. We'll just move our camp there. I want to keep looking for Justicar contracts. Somebody is still trying to murder Mary Linton, but because I'm redoubling my guards, the odds are really low. Whoever's trying to kill her better give up soon. And I need to get her married at some point. So many people to get married off. Like, if I were a lord, if I were landed, and I was just doing a regular campaign, like, as a landed person, like, I have a diplomatic range, so there's just so many people to choose from, so I'm so used to that. Whereas, as a landless adventurer, if I become a gardener, is that going to help my health? No, it's going to help with stress gain. I'll try to get it. I'll spend the prestige for that. I got it. Nice. It's a little late in my life to get it. My daughter and Mary Linton are not getting along. 3 guesses who's trying to kill her. See, like, this is better skill-wise, but still no congenital traits. Here, I'm gonna make a deal with myself. If I don't find somebody with a decent congenital trait by the time my eldest daughter turns 30, then I'm gonna stop looking for people with congenital traits. Sons are different because there's no problem with fertility. You know, men are fertile for their whole lives, whereas that's not the case for women. So it's not like I need to rush to get him married. The daughters are different. So I'll keep looking. Now, I've been saving up some patrons. We're getting patrons now, but I have to spend prestige to do stuff. Heist. I think we already robbed this guy before. That's why he hates me. Completed a criminal contract against him. We did some kind of criminal contract against him. I'm double dipping. Oh, there's a travel location we haven't been to yet. I don't think this existed before. Let's go do a heist. We haven't done a criminal contract, and let's keep saving up money. It's a 2-star after all. Now I'm willing to wait to make sure it gets to 100%. Even though the phases are kind of low. My wife is fighting my bodyguard, Godzilla. I'm gonna intervene. I'm really good with diplomacy now, so... Wait, was she just complaining that we didn't have provisions? Oh, no, I think the event was she's complaining of the quality of our provisions. Whatever. You got a full stomach, don't you? It's not gonna be champagne and caviar everywhere we go. And it probably already is. I'm rich and... Leave me alone. Okay, let's see how much he has. 423 increments of 50. Let's try to get at least 200. I think that's a nice number, because I really don't want to push my luck here at the end of my life and get the people that came along on this scheme with me. I don't want them to get locked up. Because now that I did the auto-invite thing, and if we get caught, everybody that I invited is going to get imprisoned if we screw up. So let's try to steal some more. 93%. Okay, I got 250. We're out. Now this guy really hates me. I'm surprised we're not rivals yet. We are just rolling in money, and I'm so happy about that. It's with a glint in her eyes that my follower Devon approaches me. My lord, I couldn't help but notice the fine craftsmanship of your Italian burnished scale armor. However, only a true expert of the battlefield like myself... What are you talking about? She's got decent martial, but... Alright. Touché. However, only a true expert of the battlefield like myself could identify the tiny adjustments that could make it an even more effective tool of war. What do you want to do? She gets a weak hook on me, but my armor is improved. Alright. What could she ask me for? Money? She can have it. A 96% chance that I can give him more intrigue. He's already really impressive with intrigue. Or we can give him some prowess. Intrigue. That is really impressive. I'm giving him a diplomacy education, but I'm pretty much giving him an intrigue education at the exact same time. This is a really lucky kid. He's turning out to be pretty impressive. Alright, I couldn't switch out of this lifestyle even if I wanted to. His eyes are really far apart, and normally that means the person has the ugly or some kind of ugly trait. He doesn't. If I didn't look at his traits first, I would have assumed he had the ugly trait. And he is pretty ugly, so he pretty much does have the ugly trait. I'm not a big fan of my son's mustache. I'm going to change this up. You can keep the mustache. But we're going to do a different mustache. I like it. Play some dice and made some free money. Alright. On to the next location. Because we're just going to go from tavern to tavern, crier to crier, searching desperately for fair subjects. I wouldn't mind this armorer officer, but I have 2 buildings that I can build, and I can't really decide on one. I don't have an army, so this is irrelevant, and I got rid of all of my men-at-arms because they're irrelevant right now, too. I would literally just be building this to get the armorer officer. This one at least gives me some income. And it's cheaper, too. I need to fill some of these upgrade slots. I've been focusing on upgrading all my buildings, which is what I think you should do. Alright, there are a few contracts around here, but I'm not trying to look for contracts. I don't need the money. Let's head back down this way. Oops, there's some things going on, political things. I'm seeing colors change and stuff. Oh, I didn't realize this. My daughter has like an intense cleft chin. Alright, let's see what these criminal contracts are. I already have a good doctor. He's not bad. He's got at least 2 skills that he's really good at. These other ones really suck, but he's loyal too. He's young. Okay, my eldest daughter, she doesn't have a congenital trait either. Which actually makes it even more important for me to find a husband for her that does have something. Whatever. Maybe I'm overly concerned with the congenital traits. This guy would have to convert, but he's 24 years old and he already has whole body. He would have to convert. $69 gold. Tee-hee. I'll take him in. My daughter was here with... Hey, she's smiling. Oh, no, maybe she's laughing at him. She's like, why the hell did you just bring this guy in, you moron? Well, because he's gonna marry you, daughter. That's why. She's laughing at it. Well, whatever. It's not up to you. Oh, here we go. This bug is still in the game. On this side of her veil, she has hair, but on the other side of the veil, she's completely bald. Tell me some stories. None of my daughters have personalities that match this guy's a lot. He's like a really good guy, whereas my daughters are taken after me too much. They all have at least like one intrigue-focused trait. Alright, this daughter's not getting any younger. We'll arrange a marriage for her. They're close to the same age. Wow, this guy's basically just a repeat of Javier. He's just younger. He is a repeat of him, basically. The game keeps giving us characters that are very similar every time I visit a tavern or something. Okay, before we arrange the marriage, we have to make sure he freaking converts first. Let's do that. 88%? I like those odds. I won't try to get a hook on him. Oh, he denied me. So now I have no choice. You should have just converted, man. I can get a weak hook on him and demand conversion. I'll take those. Alright, now that you're a proper Christian, you're good enough for my daughter. And we're gonna do a matrilineal marriage. That way, their children will be Dutch at birth. They will be born Dutch, so I won't have to educate them to be my culture. Besides, this guy's lucky he's marrying my... This is my daughter. He should consider himself lucky. What do we want to name him? Let's give him a Christian name. Sebastian? I like that. Nicholas? I was gonna say, let's give him a Christian name. Christian? Christian Van Der Linde. This is a matrilineal marriage, so they would take her name. I like it. His name is Christian. Alright, we took care of one of my daughters. What criminal contracts did we get? There's an abduction, a 2-star. I should probably keep trying to focus on getting prestige. Like, money is good and all, but I get money for every kind of contract, no matter what it is. I don't get prestige for every kind of contract, so that's what I'm hunting for. We'll just continue to make circuits around India. Another heist. I'll keep that in mind. 2 heists. I think my youngest son looks a lot more like me than his mom was, or than his mom did. I think my other sons look more like their mom. He looks like me. I guess it's because I gave him the same kind of haircut and stuff. But he does have room for another trinket, and I want to give him this item. That'll increase his prowess a little bit. She's worth it just for the trait. She's running low on time, though. I need to give her to one of the sons that has a like one of these congenital traits that'll boost his fertility. But she's way older than him. My eldest son is only 23. Okay, I won't settle. I wish a better woman had this, or a younger. If she was younger, I'd take her. Uncle just died. I need a new stooge. No, Charles, I have too much respect for Charles. He was one of my favorite characters. Everybody would be a crappy stooge. Alright, I guess I need to find a stooge. That's a role I could give somebody who's like getting old or something. I know I keep doubling back and stuff, but... So, like, why couldn't this chick have the Herculean trait? No, thanks. This guy must have an ugly trait. He's hideous. He's homely. And he's disloyal. Get out of my face. I feel bad for his wife. Me and Lenny just became friends. Am I dying? As I lay upon my bed, prostrated by my sickness and cursing my weak, failing body, I can barely make out the human figure approaching. Their slow steps and heavy silence are starting to scare me. They must guess my unease from the faint sounds leaving my mouth and the jerky movements of my hands. For their steps turn hurried, and soon a warm hand is holding my own, and a familiar face enters my field of view. Some random peasant? Who the hell are you? You gain Caring Friend for 2 years, a medium health boost. I don't think I want that health boost. My son only has 2 more years. I don't want that health boost. I know it's confusing, but I'm not trying to live any longer. We're making good time in our efforts to reach Tahiti. Tahiti? Not Tahiti, but Tahiti. Is that really the name of the place? Yeah, that's the name of the county. It's not Tahiti, but it's Tahiti. Oh my god, just give me a damn... There we go. Let's judge her. Her skills aren't great. Her personality's not great, but she's beautiful. She's young enough, though. She's 25. So she would be good for... Do I want to help the son that doesn't have any congenital traits and give him this wife so their kids could have something? Or do I want to double down so that this kid... But it's the same trait, guys. Like, I want, like, a new trait. I want something new. I think this would be more useful to my middle son, not my eldest son. He has no chance of giving any of his kids traits, whereas this son, no matter who he marries, there's a chance that they can get something, you know? So I think it would be more help for my middle son to get him married off to her. She's not impressive, though. She really isn't. And I run the risk of bringing in somebody dangerous that... She wants to be my stooge, though, and that's the role she would fill. Okay. You have to convert, lady. 100%. Alright, she's more receptive. Alright, I'm doing what I said I would do, and I'm getting my kids married off. He's gonna lose... My son is gonna lose prestige because he's not marrying a landed woman. But he's marrying a beautiful woman, so that makes up for it. This is gonna be patrilineal. So their children are mine. Now, their children are gonna have interesting phenotypic traits, you know, darker skin, that kind of stuff, and... I mean, that's fine. It's the part of the world we're in. And my sons are tired of being single. They want the freedom to bang, and I don't blame them. Besides, the game says she's beautiful, so... You know what? She can stick to what she's wearing. I won't change up what she's wearing. Okay, so at least we're accomplishing some stuff. I didn't have to do a rescue fair subject to find her. Forgotten claims. No. I'm not trying to get claims here. Yeah, cock-a-doodle-doo. This gives me a new job, the Huntsman. The Huntsman is an acolyte in the ways of the horn, hound, and the bow. They are responsible for planning and leading the camp's hunting expeditions. So this will increase the likelihood that we have successful hunts. The Huntsman... It looks like you need to have a good marshal to be a good huntsman. Not that provisions have been an issue. We've been doing just fine. But this does reduce the provision use in certain kinds of biomes. There's a kenneler. The kenneler is tasked with the care and training of the camp's pack of hounds. They keep the dogs healthy and fed. I can execute prisoners by killing them with dogs. I could pull a Ramsay Bolton. Or not a Ramsay Bolton. I could pull a Sansa and kill Ramsay with his own. That sounds like fun. Do I want a huntsman or do I want a kenneler? These other ones... Oh no, a head groom. The head groom is charged with the livery of the camp's horses and beasts of burden. They are responsible for the animals' provender, care, and tack. Travel speed. I feel like my travel speed is already pretty good. And I think if I get a kenneler, I might be able to get a pet dog and stuff. I love animals. I'm doing kennels. I want a puppy. Let's go to this farmland here. Now me and my youngest son, my future heir. We became friends. That's gonna stress him out a little bit when I die. Cured my wife instantly. Thank you very much. Javier is turning out to be a really good doctor. I wonder if it's because I'm still a freebooter style camp that the rescue fair subject or just Justicar contracts aren't being offered as much. I wonder if that's the reason. But I'm not changing my camp type. We're still going to be criminals until we die. I'll wait till my son takes over to maybe change up what our camp is. Like, what our camp purpose is. We could become scholars if we want, or become explorers. Becoming explorers sounds like it would be fun. But we're staying freebooters, damn it. Mary Beth was the one trying to kill Mary Linton. The two Marys. Alright, they're not getting along. I can turn off this countermeasure because it does have negative modifiers while I have it activated, so we'll turn that off. Don't need it. Ooh, a 3-star contract. This is a king, and this is a contract for a king. Protect the innocent. This is a queen. She's the ruler. I think we've done a contract for her before. I recognize her hat, her funny hat. Well-lettered scribes wanted for copying the Kashmiri texts. If we do well, we get a lot of prestige and stuff. The pay's not half bad. Let's do it. I failed that skill check. We didn't get any prestige. I earned a qualified success. So I didn't get any prestige from that. Damn it. Come on. Why does everybody dance around like an idiot? Like, do another dance. Like, come on. So unoriginal now. I can't go on hunts because I'm infirm. I can't do that anymore. I'm just trying to think of other ways to get prestige. This is an entry contract. I'm doing this one because it does have a minor prestige reward, and I think it'll be easy. Oh, whoops, I didn't realize. We're traveling through some plague. Father, cries my son, Dutch, bounding up. Like he got a puppy. I want a puppy. Lucky. He gains a pet dog, which gives him some stress relief, and it increases his diplomacy and prowess. There we go. Sure, I'll take that. One of my sons, I believe, I gave a learning education. No, I didn't. Stewardship and martial. I've neglected to give this son anything, to Arthur. And since I'm not raising any kids, I'm going to raise my daughter's bet. Oh my goodness, my son's a lunatic. I didn't realize he became a lunatic. That's a health penalty. And it's congenital. So he's going to have a lot of good-looking lunatic children. That must have just happened. I wasn't warned about that. Alright, I'm getting distracted by things. I'm going to raise my bastard daughter. And then Mary Linton needs to raise her son. Raise your damn son. He's culturally Catholic and he's Sicilian. His dad was Sicilian. He can keep that culture. I won't try to convert him to Dutch or anything. Alright, so my daughter and her husband are already having children. They had a hideous daughter. Wow. Name her after her mom. She can raise her. It's not either of their faults. He doesn't have any bad traits. She doesn't have any bad... It was just RNG. Screwed this kid. Apparently her mom is not really qualified. She's like all the way down here at the bottom. I think this guy wants me to break somebody out of prison. Oh, no, I'm already doing the contract. Okay, yeah. I think the game wants me to get the hell out of India, but I can get out of the learning lifestyle. We'll get one more perk. Mental resilience doesn't improve my health at all, so I'll get this. I know I'm so close to getting these, but I don't want to extend my life anymore. My son is over 16. I think he turned 16 this year. Oh, no, not yet. His birthday is the 21st of September, so we're a month away, or 2 months away. You know what? Are there other really important locations nearby that we haven't visited? Yeah, there are 3 new kingdom capitals that we can travel to. Alright, let's bang these out, and let's get out of India and come up here and get some of these. Every new point of interest gives me some prestige. We haven't touched the wandering lifestyle. We have perks in every other lifestyle except the wandering one. I can go on hikes if I get this tree. Or if I get this perk here. Unlocks the quartermaster. I already have these. I already have a quartermaster and a head porter officer. We have those. Looks like the Wayfarer tree might be the best one. Different culture opinion. Your fame is increased by 10 for every holding you visit. Your children have a chance to gain prowess and the traveler trait. Well, they're already getting that. All of my kids should have that already. Alright, my son came of age. He got a 3-star diplomacy. That's the same level of education that I started the campaign with Dutch Senior. He had a 3-star intrigue education. He got a 3-star diplomacy education. We can always just send him to college. I have the money for that now, so we can go to university. There are some universities in India that we're pretty close to that we can send him to. I went to university as Dutch Senior relatively late in my life. The sooner we get and give an education to this kid, the better for him. Alright, so he's all grown up. My wife would be a good armorer, so we're gonna give that. Charles would be a good kenneler. I don't have any jobs that... Oh, yes, I do. I have the second. How much better would my heir would be excellent? Sean is only average. I'm making my son my second. I'm giving him a lot of responsibility here. I need to check Sean's opinion just to make sure he doesn't hate me now. Sean, where are you? Mr. McGuire. He still loves me. Alright, I think we're gonna end it there, guys. We didn't have any luck finding... I mean, we got some of my kids married off, but... we just haven't found... I mean, I guess we did. We got one of our daughters married. We got my son married. My eldest son still needs a wife. There's no rush for my second son. I want him to age a bit before we get him married. But I got one of my daughters married. Unfortunately, RNG screwed her kid and gave her a hideous child. I still need to get 2 of my daughters married. Alright, I think that's going to do it for this one, guys. We are over an hour. We're still living. We're still kicking. I'm actually glad that we didn't commit too hard down here and get these. Because I don't want to live too much longer. And now it's even more imperative that I die sooner, because if my son's going to have the vengeful trait, I really don't want him murdering somebody while the AI is controlling him. So I really want to take control of him soon. So we should probably try to do whatever we can to take risks and, like, maybe get Dutch killed. You know? It's not that I want to get him killed, but I don't mind if he dies soon. Alrighty, lords and ladies, that's going to do it for this one. Let's zoom out. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. If you're not subscribed, subscribe as well. We're headed towards 2100 still, and getting to 2100 would be awesome. So if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Leave your comments in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next one. A lucky episode 13 is the next one that'll be coming out, and I'll try to get that one out as quickly as possible. But until then, guys, have a good one.